people I break up with.
I need to learn to aim better with my bow.
Where'd you come from? We'll pay for that. Done and done.
says I can't. He says he needs me to stay here and work the farm. And even if he did let me be an adventurer, we couldn't afford to buy armor. His name is Mralki, and he's the innkeeper here. I hope you could change his mind. Thank you. I can't stand the thought of being trapped in this village for the rest of my days.
It may be dead now, but where did it come from?
Wait, I know you. Well, if it isn't the Slayer of the Glenmore... Wait, I know you. There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Well, your bounty is low. All right, get out of my sight. But you're known to me now, scum. Remember that.
Gonna get it, Sizzle.
Good afternoon.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. If you need a meal or room. My son? Eric? What about him? Did something happen? Is he all right? But the world is a dangerous place. Eric has no idea what he's getting himself into. What's more, he's got no armor. I'll have to save up the money for it. I cannot deny the truth of what you say. Eric is all the family that I have left, but it's wrong to hold him back as I have. I won't tell Eric that I've changed my mind. I'll see about borrowing some money in Whiterun for his armor.
Why must there always be incest inside temples? It really does make me feel a little sick.
Need something? Heard about you and your honeyed words.
What do you need something?
Do yourself a favor and don't have.
Did you have any
children
luck
that
talking to my
good
father?
For nothing at all.
I can't thank you enough, friend. I hope you'll come back to Rorikstead soon and pay me a visit. Maybe we can swap stories about our adventures over a mug of ale at the inn. I'd better get going.
I got enough troubles, so don't go adding to them.
My father, needs something.
If you're thinking of setting up to farm, you picked the right place. Peace and prosperity are all the good. How can we? We're a community of farmers, not fighting men. If not for the war, we might have enough guards in the hold to protect the settlements. That the dragons should return now is most unfortunate. secret? What makes you think there's a secret? There are no secrets here, my curious friend. Our prosperity is simply the result of hard work, good fortune, and the blessings of the gods.
Take care now.
Where'd you come from? Let me teach you.
soil in the hole.
Maybe we should start selling the soil along with the dung. We can make a tidy profit.
Who in their right mind would pay for dirt? You'd get laughed out of Whiterun for even trying it.
Hey, people paid money for stranger things. Take our cow dung. We sell that by the wagon load.
When you're rich, you can waste as much money as you like on far-fetched business ideas.
I'm sorry. This isn't what I want. I don't want to do
Who's
this.
there?
I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry.
Almost doesn't even look real, you know?
Stay away. I'm sorry. This isn't what I want. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. This isn't what I want. Yeah. This isn't what I want. do this. I don't have any choice. I'm sorry. I don't want to
I
do
just
this.
don't like a deep.
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why now.
People say you shouldn't be naked in public, but I managed to get a free outfit out of it, so it can't be all that bad. I mean, it's not like you would leave me walking around naked the whole time.
Damn faith. It's Imperials. This doesn't concern you, friend.
I bet we have rabbit again. I'm getting sick of rabbit.
You'd rather be plowing a field? Not me.
Fight or die well.
It's not about how much gold you have. It's about how much of it you spend on me. It was a joke. Honest. Although I wouldn't mind a new dress or maybe a necklace.
know you.
Is it me, or are the priests in Skyrim all perverts? I said I had injured my leg, and one of them told me to remove my clothes, so he could use his healing hands on me. Needless to say, he needed a bit of healing himself after that.
Got a lot of steel to shape. The Skyforge? Aye, my clan fathers have worked it since the first Greymanes came to Whiterun. Skyforge steel is all the companions will use, for good reason. It's an honorable craft. I'll show you what I can. Huh? You know who I am, fool. So why are you asking? Mm-hmm. You could have just asked. I ain't much for talking. I saw you do that, you know.
I hate that pompous red guard who wanders around Whiterun boasting. If he mentions the Cloud District one more time, then I'm going to get one of the vegetables from his farm and brand them up his... Sorry, I was going off on a rant again, wasn't I?
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
Trust me, it will be him doing any licking. Oh, whatever, just go and play with the dollies like a good little boy.
I'm gonna take this with the likes of you.
Thank you for your role in all of this. It'd be my honor should you decide to make Whiterun your home. Speak with Preventus. He'll make the necessary arrangements. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the dragons as best we can.
You need to leave. Hey, get out of here.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
You need to leave. One of the new servants? Remember that I like my meat rare. You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave.
What is it that you need? What you're asking for is you want me to let a dragon into the heart of my city? With the threat of war on my doorstep? There must be another way. The risk is too great.
You need to leave.
Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
You need to leave.
I didn't say anything about giving up. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn. And I will. But I need your help first. Do you think the Stormcloaks will sit idle while this dragon is slaughtering my men and burning down my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
You need
a peace council, huh? Well, that sounds like it's going to be very peaceful with the Legion and the Stormcloaks.
You need to leave.
Let's hope war doesn't break out in High Hrothgar.
You need to leave.
Who am I kidding? I would love to see that. Especially when the Greybeards get angry and start shouting.
You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave.
Wait. I know you.
You need to leave. Absurd that you can't cook good sweet rolls in the skeever hole of a city.
Unrelenting force shout, tallest mountain in Skyrim. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We should fetch our good friend Lydia and show her. At the same time, you could show her your new shout. If she accidentally falls, then I suppose it's no big loss. What? Don't give me that look.
Blasted whore. I was due a new dress from Solitude, but it will never get here. Leave me alone! I didn't think you had the stomach for it. Leave me alone! Get away!
I can't help feeling a kind of connection between us. I'm not sure what it is. Yes, let's go. That's very thoughtful of you. This isn't one of those boy meets girl cliches, is it?
Alduin? We heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. The old tales say that he can travel into Sovngarde to devour the souls of the dead. You must find out how he does this before he regains his strength and returns. Deliver the message to the warring parties. If they will listen, I will do what I can to bring them to terms. Sky above. What?
La 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 la.
Dovahkiin.
it's better board you're
prefer
after.
getting
Handle
pointed
her.
by bandits.
You're that one from the college. Heard about you.
Leave me alone. Can't an old man have some peace?
I should bash your face in after all you've done.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
Yes, make it quick. I'm a busy man. It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Alduin, the world eater of song and legend. If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
I used to call Windhelm the City of Kings. In my books, anyway.
I don't know how you convinced Ulfric to talk to the Empire. Worse than a waste of time, if you ask me. I don't know how you convinced Ulfric to talk to the Empire. Worse than a waste of time, if you ask me.
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
Damn Imperials. They won't hold Dawnstar forever.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes forward like
Your skin's as pale as the snow. You scared of sunlight or something?
The road to Whiterun's not these days. Lots of travelers just disappear. South of Dragon Bridge. Can't find a trace of them.
Hjalmarch isn't important. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons. I'll be the judge of that. Besides, by all reports, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as much as we are from these dragon attacks. Fair enough. We're driving the Stormcloaks back well enough at the moment, but we're already overstretched. That's what comes of trying to win a war with a bare handful of legions. If the Emperor would just give me the reinforcements I've requested. Most of the Legion is tied down on the border with the Aldmeri Dominion. The Emperor can't afford to risk weakening Cyrodiil's defenses. From the Imperial City, our war here is just a sideshow. An interlude before the main event against the Thalmor resumes. Yes, fine, I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Can't wait to kill Ulfric's boys.
Done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. You know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You're not invited here. You're not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
If it were up to you, the Dragonborn would sit dreaming on this mountain doing nothing.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
I never thought I'd ever willingly stand in the same room with Tullius again. At least not without a weapon in my hand.
When has any good ever come from talking to the Empire?
I'm glad I finally got a chance to see this place.
I'm here because it's required of me. But there's nothing to be gained by talking to that murderer.
Is everyone here? Let's get this started.
If you can arrange an end to the fighting, Dragon's Reach is at your disposal.
And so we meet again. But this time I know who and what you really are.
Please, take your seat so that we can begin. Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
What do you think? Are we going to let Ulfric dictate terms to us before the negotiations even start? Maybe so, but we shouldn't be making concessions before negotiations even start. Makes us look weak.
You are weak. Sooner you realize it, the sooner we can see the back of you.
Peace, Galmar.
I guess I'll defer to your judgment on this one, but I think it's a mistake.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
Temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
I want in return.
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver? Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honrick, plus all the mead we can drink. I'm glad you agree. I was starting to wonder whose side you were on here.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything.
Imagine if I was Dragonborn. The term shouting would take on an entirely new meaning.
Swore an oath to serve the Emperor. Don't forget it. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You're losing this war, and you know it. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your pitiless agreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Swords, bones, where will these demands end?
Let's hear it.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thangvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leland Orgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it. Taking control of the Rift was a great victory. Ulfric must be rather nervous with us so close to his doorstep.
Come on, Galmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth.
So that's settled then. I thought for a minute there was going to be some serious trouble. Never have I been so disappointed.
You are familiar
with the
Oh well, we still have a dragon to trap in Dragon's Reach, which should be a little more interesting.
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in the scroll.
So, you're pretty good at using a weapon with both
Winged snow hunter, as I read it.
to be your size.
There's one more thing. We know about Parthenax. Parthenax, the dragon that the Greybeards have been protecting for all these years. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as Blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Parthenax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
You did well here today. Now you see why I've warned you against them bloodthirsty barbarians. Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Parthenax, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um. Kinnereth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear. Yes, but understand, if not for Parthenax, Alduin could not have been... Kinnereth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear.
We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of... Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War? No. And there are... Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
say something? Shout for Udaving from the Dragon's Reach courtyard. After that...
Good work. I'll send some men with a wagon to collect the prize. We can use the weapons here, and I'll pass on the coin to Solitude.
All right, then.
Wait. I know you. Wait. I know you. The only mistake was you showing your face. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. And it's time to face the Jarl's justice. Good enough. I'll just confiscate any stolen goods you're carrying.
Absurd that you
Does
can't cook good
drinking
sweet
milk
rolls
make me a milk
in the skeever
drinker?
hole of a city.
I'm confused. I drink milk, but I'm also tough, and drink as much meat as the other Nords. So what does that make me?
Yes, I went out for a pint or two. What of it?
These secret visits to the tavern will make you an easy target for an enemy assassin. You should have told me first.
Damn it, woman, I'm the Jarl of Whiterun. I won't apologize for talking to my people. You can't protect me every moment of the day.
That might be so, but it will never stop me from trying.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Let's get this over with.
Hold! Avin! You're alive. Sure! Hold! Avin!
Do have a plan for luring a dragon. Here, yeah.
Hear that?
Come on! Med Kodav.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
Zok Frini Grin Kogra Drunviki Dovakin. Zuubonar. You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. Insir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renikvaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesur, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran Paok Midoven Avarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost Ofan Hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Indeed, or in Britro, I cannot leave here until you defeat Alduin, which you cannot do without my help.
A captive dragon. Just think of the possibilities. Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself. Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales, or a small amount of blood.
May, what are you doing back there?
I'm no fan of the sun. Just look at that stunning view.
I wasn't looking at you, I was looking at... okay I was looking at you?
Yes, Sarah? I've got my eyes on you.